Alright, so now we're just going to add some leaves to the rose because it'll look a little bit better, be a little bit easier to tell exactly what it is if we do that. And adding the leaves is pretty easy. The only hard part is making them not just look like gigantic petals like that or something sticking out of the rose. So I'm just going to erase this real quick. Okay. So we're just going to pick some spot, doesn't really matter too much where. Just going to go like this. And rose leaves often have this, I guess I don't know what it's called, but where they have these separate little triangles on each segment of the leaf. So you can make them look like that if you'd like. It'll just make it a little bit more obvious that it's a leaf and not a petal. Alright, so there we have one leaf. I'll just put another one right here. And I'm making these leaves a little bit droopy because once they get to the point where the rose is this open and blossomed and all that, they don't actually, hold the rose in. They are just kind of hanging off, you might say. So we'll just go ahead and add another one. So as far as I know, there's no specific amount of leaves that a rose can or can't have, so I'm just going to stick with 3. You can add more if you'd like, but I'm just going with 3. So another way we're going to make these leaves not just look like really weird, out-of-place petals is by making them darker than the rose. And, I mean, since we're just drawing with pencils and not colored pencils right now, we can't make them green while the rose is red or something like that, but we can make them significantly darker, assuming that the rose is a light color, which I did sort of make this one a lighter color. We can sort of add these little lines that you often see in leaves. Right, so there we go. Now all we need to do is color them in and then shade them. So I'm going to be using one of these sort of medium colored pencils to do this. And something you might want to do real quick first is make the petals that are up against the leaf darker outline so you can tell the difference between the petals and the leaf, just like that. So now we're gonna color in around these lines first, making them darker, but a little bit softer and less choppy or distinct, like that. And then coloring a little bit lighter around them, like this. So there we go, there's kind of our basis for coloring in. Now we're going to use a lighter pencil. Color in this part, in between these lines. Right, so for now we'll just leave that and go to the next one. So again, getting our medium pencil, coloring around these lines. Now our light pencil. Okay, and if you didn't already, like I didn't, then you can sharpen up these petal outlines. Just like that. Right, let's go to our last leaf and just do the same thing. And finally, the light pencil. Right. And real quick, sharpen up these lines. And if yours got a little bit sloppy like mine did, then you can also clean up the outline of the leaves. Okay, so now our rose looks a little bit more like a rose. And if you'd like, you can also add a stem to it by first sharpening up these petals again, and then just picking basically the middle of the rose, drawing a line down. Then the other side. Make it get a little bit smaller as it goes down to make it look like the stem is getting further away. Like that. It doesn't quite look right at this point, but once we color it in, it'll look a little bit better. So first I'm just adding the shadows for it. Medium pencil. Light one. You can use your little stick if you have one to soften this up. And I didn't make part of it quite dark enough, so do that. Alright, so now our rose is finished with the flower, stem, and leaves and all. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.